Ten Best Picks presents the top 10 best travel cameras. Starting at number 10. DJI Mavic 2 Zoom. If you're not too concerned about weight and your goal is just to be able to take the highest quality aerial photos and videos during your travels, the best drone is the DJI Mavic 2 Zoom. Although it's a lot heavier than the Mavic Mini, this is good news for its stability in blustery conditions, and the Mavic 2 Zoom is still compact enough to be a pleasure to travel with, as it's easily foldable down to around half of its flying size for transportation. Unlike other DJI drones like the Mavic Air 2 or the Mavic 2 Pro, the Mavic 2 Zoom possesses an f2.8 2x optical zoom lens, which opens up a lot of opportunities for creativity and makes it easier to capture people in scenarios where drone regulations dictate that the craft must be flown a certain minimum distance away from people. While the zoom lens is a major advantage, the relatively small 2.3 12MP CMOS sensor in the Mavic 2 Zoom does mean that images aren't quite as crisp as those taken by the Mavic 2 Pro with its larger 1-inch 20MP sensor, but the JPEG and RAW stills are still pretty impressive in terms of quality. We think the small sacrifice is worth it for the added zooming capability. The drone is controlled with a dual joystick controller with folding arms that your smartphone slots into. The DJI Go 4 mobile app allows you to see the camera view, change the drone settings, and control the camera, and you can also view the drone's position on a map thanks to its built-in GPS. The GPS functionality also allows you to hold the drone's position while it's hovering in mid-air. Thanks to the zoom lens, the drone has one unique mode called Dolly Zoom Quickshot that performs a dolly zoom effect like the one first seen in the 1958 film Vertigo directed by Alfred Hitchcock. For more information and price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. At number 9. Ryze Tech Tello. Just like in the action camera market, where nobody is compelled to buy a relatively pricey GoPro, there are cheaper alternatives to the drones from market leaders like DJI and Parrot. Our top budget drone pick for 2020 is the Ryze Tech Tello, which came into existence as a result of a collaboration between DJI and a Chinese startup named Ryze. Retailing for under $100, it's more of a toy or learning tool than a truly capable flying machine, but it's the best option if you're on a really tight budget or are just getting into drone photography. The downside of weighing only 80 grams, of course, is that the drone is strongly affected even by light gusts, and this means that you'll have difficulty controlling it in anything other than completely calm weather. In terms of flight performance, the drone can ascend to 30 meters in height, has a maximum range of 100 meters, a max speed of 17.9 miles per hour, and an estimated flight time of 13 minutes, which is decent enough for a drone in this price range. You can always buy the Boost Combo package that includes 3 batteries and a 3-bay charging hub if you want to fly for longer than that. Number 8 of my list. DJI Mavic Mini. Shenzhen-based DJI has been the market leader for consumers' drones for quite some time now, and its recently released DJI Mavic Mini is our top overall travel drone pick for 2021. As its name suggests, the Mavic Mini packs most of the best features of a DJI drone into a very portable flying machine. It's compact enough to fit in the palm of your hand when folded, very lightweight, shoots quality 2.7K 30p video, and comes with a very reasonable price tag. The weight is an especially significant factor in this case, as weighing under 250 grams means that the Mavic Mini is exempt from having to be registered in many countries, so you won't have to worry about bureaucracy too much if you're traveling with this drone. The controller is the same weight and about the same size as the drone itself, so the full setup still weighs under a pound, which is very impressive. Notwithstanding its petite size, the Mavic Mini flies very competently in breezy conditions compared to other drones of a similar size, although in strong winds it's definitely going to be buffeted about to a certain degree. Coming at number 7. AKASO Brave 7LA. Looking for a good action camera that won't eat into your wallet too much? Normally retailing for under $140, the AKASO Brave 7LA from Chinese action camera manufacturer AKASO is our top budget action camera pick for 2020. This is another dual-screen GoPro alternative, but it's a hell of a lot more affordable and has some attributes that are normally only found in more upmarket action cameras. Being IPX7 rated, the weatherproof Brave 7 is only natively waterproof down to 1 meter for 30 minutes, but it does come with a plastic waterproof housing, which enables you to dive to maximum depths of 40 meters with the camera. You won't be able to use the touchscreen or adjust the settings when the camera is inside the housing. The camera's video capabilities include 4K 30p, 2.7K 60p, and 1080 120p, and although some people may be disappointed that it lacks 4K 60p for shooting slow-mo videos in 4K, it's inevitable that something had to give at this price point. As we mentioned above, the 6-axis A's will help to smooth out all your shaky shots. Thanks to the 20MP sensor, the camera is capable of taking high-definition JPEG still images, and you can shoot up to an impressive 30 FPS in burst mode. Do note, however, that you can't shoot RAW images with this action camera. At number 6, DJI Osmo Action. Although the GoPro is a pretty matchless action camera, there are potential reasons that a person might want to go for an alternative brand. GoPro alternatives tend to be significantly cheaper, and they may not even require you to make any compromises if you don't need or desire any of the frills or fancy features of a GoPro. Our top GoPro alternative pick is the DJI Osmo Action, an action camera that was originally released by the Chinese drone king DJI to challenge the GoPro Hero Black 7, although it didn't succeed in outclassing that older generation GoPro model. Appearance-wise, the Osmo Action looks pretty similar to a GoPro, and it's only 8 grams heavier than the Hero 7. Rocksteady would be just as impressive as GoPro's Hypersmooth if it didn't have to crop the field of view a lot more than the GoPro and noticeably reduce the image quality to achieve the same degree of stabilization. The image quality of the Osmo Action is good, though not quite on a par with that of a GoPro, and as with most action cameras, don't expect great low-light performance. When it comes to still photography, the camera is capable of shooting both JPEGs and RAW images in the DNG format. The continuous shooting speed maxes out at 7 FPS, which is not exactly slow, but it's a far cry from the 25 FPS speed of the latest GoPro Hero 9. For more information and price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. Halfway of my listed number 5. GoPro Hero9 Black. The GoPro brand name has been synonymous with action cameras since it released the world's first action camera in September 2004, and there still isn't any other brand of action camera that truly rivals it. Our best overall action camera pick for 2020 is the latest GoPro release, the flagship GoPro Hero 9 Black, which is undoubtedly the best GoPro action camera to date. A lot of people didn't purchase the GoPro Hero 8 because it lacked the replaceable lens cover, which would have been a problem if the cover were to get scratched. Luckily, the Hero 9 has not replicated this major flaw in the Hero 8, having a lens cover that is fully replaceable if it gets scratched or damaged. The Hero 9 otherwise retains most of the basic design features of the Hero 8, including the folding mounting fingers on the underside. Although action cameras have never been geared towards still photography, the Hero 9 performs respectably well in this regard, producing sharp and clear 20MP images under bright light, although in low light the image quality does begin to deteriorate. Luckily, there's a night mode that works with a tripod for cleaner images when shooting in low light. There's also a night lapse mode for shooting time-lapses at night. Coming in at number 4 of my list. Fujifilm Finepix XP140. Available in 4 eye-catching colors and weighing just 8.9 ounces, the Fujifilm Finepix XP140 is our compact camera pick for those who want to stretch their dollars. It's not a camera that boasts too many bells and whistles, but if you're just after something really pocketable and affordable that can take nice-looking pictures and shoot decent enough video, it's hard to think of a better alternative. Despite its affordability, the camera is well built, being waterproof down to a depth of 25 meters, shockproof against drops from heights of up to 1.8 meters, freeze-proof down to -10 degrees centigrade and dustproof. You can think of it as a less sophisticated and cheaper alternative to the Olympus Tough T G6. The camera features a 3-inch fixed LCD, a 16.4 MP, a 0.5-inch backlit CMOS sensor and zoom lens with a maximum aperture of f3.9 in the top right corner of the faceplate. The lens offers an impressive 5x optical zoom and 2x digital zoom for a total zoom range of 10x. Shutter speed maxes out at 1/2000th second, while burst shooting speed goes up to a decent 10 fps for JPEGs. You won't be able to shoot raw photos with this camera. At number 3. Olympus TUF-T G6. Available in either black or red, the Olympus TUF-T G6 stands up to its name as a tough, waterproof compact camera that will withstand rougher treatment than most and is the best option for the more adventurous traveler who requires a pocketable camera that'll endure a bit of beating. This lightweight yet rugged point-and-shoot camera is waterproof down to 15 meters, shockproof to 2.1 meters, crushproof to 100 kgf and freezeproof down to -10 degrees centigrade. A cloth wrist strap ensures that you can keep a firm hold of the camera when shooting on land or underwater. The 1040K 3-inch fixed LCD screen is sharp and clear and scratches easily, and the small sensor does mean that this camera can struggle a bit in low light when zoomed in, but with an expensive camera like this, you can't expect to have everything. Coming at number 2. Canon PowerShot G5. The Canon PowerShot G5 X Mark II is the best all-rounder compact camera on the market right now, providing the best balance between form, function and price. It's a camera that just gets most things right without doing any one thing spectacularly well. This lightweight and very pocketable, ergonomically designed point-and-shoot camera comes with a 20MP 1-inch CMOS sensor and a generous 5x zoom lens that opens to f1.8 on the wide end and affords the user ample range. It also packs in a very nice 3-inch tilting touchscreen, a retractable electronic viewfinder, an integrated 3-stop North Dakota filter 4K video at 30 fps, and a highly impressive 30 fps raw shooting function in burst mode. Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connectivity allow you to easily pair the camera with your devices or to control it remotely. And number 1. Fujifilm X-T200. Looking for an entry-level mirrorless camera that won't break the bank? Normally retailing for under $500, the Fujifilm X-T200 is the company's cheapest ilk and our top budget mirrorless camera pick for 2020. The X-T200 uses the Fujifilm X lens mount and supplants its rather sluggish performing predecessor, the X-T100. With an improved hybrid autofocus system, faster processing, 4K video and a much better rear display than the latter, the X-T200 is an ideal camera for vloggers or those looking for a camera for Instagram. The X-T200 is lightweight, compact, stylish looking and is available in silver, dark silver and champagne gold finishes. It sports a 24.2MP APS-C sensor, a hybrid autofocus system with 425 phase detect points, an accurate face and eye detection, a crisp OLED electronic viewfinder with 2360K dots and 20 advanced creative filters. Burst shooting reaches a maximum rate of 8 fps. The most conspicuous feature on the outside of the camera is the huge 3.5-inch vari-angle touchscreen with a 16:9 aspect ratio and a whopping 2760K dots. The screen flips around to the front for taking selfies or vlogging. For more information and price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, share this video and hit the like button.